Hi guys, for today's video I'm doing kind of like a part 2 to a video I did about a year ago. That video was all about moving out and the essentials that you need, and this is kind of like a year later what I need, a couple of luxury items that I think might benefit you when you live on your own or living in an apartment. So I will link that first video in the description box down below. That goes over your essentials like silverware and plates and things like that, but this is going to be like a part 2, more like luxury, or if you want to treat yourself, or things that I think would also be beneficial just to have in your home. Everything I show in this video I got from Bed Bath & Beyond. They were nice enough to partner with me on this video. However, I just want to clarify that by partner, I mean they sent me a gift card to pick out some of these things. I'm not being paid to say anything. A huge thank you to Bed Bath & Beyond, and I will link everything down below. The first thing is a lifesaver when it comes to cleaning. This is a Black & Decker cordless vacuum. Now, gross because it's totally full and I should have probably cleaned it out before this video. However, this just proves to you that I actually use this thing. It's great for quick cleanups, or even like if you just want to like get a small space in your room cleaned up again, or you spilled something on the counter. It even has this cool brush on the tips. So I also like using this to clean off the tops of my headboard back there. They're very rough and rugged and they cannot be cleaned with like a normal like cloth or anything. It just rips it. So this is great. Next, moving on to just like fragrance in your apartment. I find that it's important to have some sort of fragrance or make your place smell good. Now, whether you want that to be an oil diffuser or candles or a plug-in, whatever that is going to be is all personal preference. Something that I found that I didn't have that I know is going to be a huge essential for me are these little candle accessories. So if you're a candle burner, these are two things that you definitely should have. If you've ever burned a candle and you see like the black residue that's along like the glass, it's basically because every time you burn the candle, you should be trimming the wick at the top that's already burnt. So you're lighting a fresh piece of the wick and then it will burn like it's supposed to, as opposed to creating all of that. So this is just a little wick trimmer. It had amazing reviews. Next is a candle snuffer, and this is just gonna help you put out that candle light. This is important. You don't want to get wax everywhere. You don't want to accidentally burn yourself. So this is another thing that I'm adding to my little candle collection. Now, if candles aren't your thing and you're more of an oil diffuser person, I have this little amazing oil diffuser by Spa Room. Now that these are coming more popular, there's like so many to choose from, and they're almost like a decor piece, so they don't look like an eyesore to keep them in your space. And again, with that, Bed Bath & Beyond actually had a really good deal on oils, and they're a lot cheaper than I've seen them other places. They have gift sets of them. So if you already have a diffuser and you're in the market for some oil, definitely check them out. The next thing is something that I talked about in that last video, and that is a coffee maker. I ended up going with an Nespresso Mini. If you guys saw that last video, you saw that I bought a very affordable coffee maker, and you guys always asked from then on, like, can you do a review on this? Can you talk about it? I don't have it anymore. I had it for about 2 weeks. And I couldn't take it back, obviously, because it was used, but it was the worst thing ever. So I decided to get something a little bit better, and this is a good price point. I chose this one because I watched several reviews on it, and I thought that this would be great for me. Again, it's small, compact, different colors, so it can go with your decor, and if you're in an apartment, you don't want a big, bulky coffee maker, so I would highly recommend checking this out. I think having a coffee maker is awesome and great. When you live on your own, you want to save money as much as you can, and this one is like at a price point where if you go out to Starbucks every month, that is more money than this coffee maker even costs, so just something to think about. The next item is my Dyson Hot and Cool. Now, this item is a little bit of a splurge item. However, if you live in any sort of apartment or you're renting a space, not always do you get a heater. I'm lucky enough to have a heater in my apartment, but sometimes it breaks like it did last week, and I was able to use this. Also, when you turn on the cooling feature, it's like a fan, but it is producing air that is colder than the room. I don't know how they do it. It's like Dyson's smart technology, but that's great. And then the heater on this thing will heat to whatever temperature you set it to. So if you want the room to be 75 degrees, once it gets to 75 degrees, it will turn off. So it's really safe to have in your space. Moving on, when you're living in an apartment or a smaller space, or you're moving out for the first time, it is very important to stay organized. Now, whether you're organizing your bathroom or your living room, you can find pretty much anything you need on bedbathandbeyond.com, so just go to like the organization section that they actually have. But I just picked up 2 things to add to it. Now this marble tray is absolutely beautiful. I just love the way that it like sits and the size of it. So this is great to organize, you know, if you have like stuff that you have to keep on the counter. So like your everyday cleanser and skincare products, I think that this is great for that. And then another thing that I picked up is this little clear acrylic organizer caddy. And what I saw someone do with this was put all of their like skincare, and then it doesn't look like an eyesore if you keep it on a counter. So they had a ton of other like the makeup storage that was clear and acrylic, but I thought that this was really cute. Next up is something that's kind of random. It's a hygiene product. However, it's really important to take care of yourself and your body, and especially your teeth after you move out. I already have an electric toothbrush, and I wanted to get one of these. This is the Waterpik Water Flosser Platinum. And this is awesome because it has a little water tank on the back. So this is basically water that's gonna like floss your teeth. I've seen and heard a ton of people talk about this, so I'm super excited to have this. And again, you want to take care of your teeth when you move out. Not necessarily a decor item, but something that I still think is great. Moving on, I think it's really important to have a good blender, especially if you want to live a really healthy life and have a healthy diet. Now I did prior have the Ninja blender, and I have injured myself and like sliced my leg open so many times from that blender. I highly would suggest not getting it. I know people love and rave about it, but the little blade that's on it is like removable, and it just doesn't stay attached. It's really hard to clean too. Like I just had like nightmares about it. So I opted for the NutriBullet Lean. I have had a regular NutriBullet when I used to live at home, and I loved it. This one is a little bit more powerful, and it comes with a ton of just attachments and stuff, and this is just great because you can use it for cooking, and it has everything you would need. So I would recommend getting this, especially if you live alone and you don't need like a big blender to blend up a ton of stuff for someone. This is great and it's compact. Last but not least is a good knife set. Now this is the one that I got. It is the knife block set, and as you can see, this is like the trendiest looking knife block set. I've seen a ton similar to this, having like the clear block or a more trendy block that were super expensive. This one was at an amazing price point, but just having a good knife set is so important. I've lived out of home for about almost 4 or 5 years. Well, that's crazy to think about. Yeah, I haven't lived at home for that long, and I never invested in a good knife set. And now that I'm cooking and just trying to be extra healthy, it's definitely something that you need. I hope you guys found this video helpful and maybe saw something in here that you want to get for your space. Don't forget, I will have everything linked in the description box down below for you guys. Huge thank you to Bed Bath & Beyond again for that gift card. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!